Hello, this is Adam Rankin once again down at the Foundation Fitness training compound in Cincinnati, Ohio. In part one of our upper body foam rolling sequence, we covered the gross musculature of the upper body. We covered lower back, T-spine, and the lats. In part two of our upper body rolling sequence, this basically takes things a little bit further in terms of being a little bit more focused on some tissue in the upper body that might be sore or might be causing you some pain. So this is a three-part series with the lacrosse ball here, and like I said, this is a little bit more dense than the foam roller, so it's going to provide more pressure and it's going to be more focused on some smaller tissues of the upper body that the foam roller really can't get to. All right, so our first one, and a lot of times with this one, the pectoral, the pec minor, pec major, if people are experiencing shoulder pain, one of the things that we see a lot is just a rounded upper back or a kyphotic stance. And what happens is that the pectorals are just a little bit overdeveloped and they're just maybe not as pliable like we talked about in the first video. So we're basically trying to get that postural alignment into more of a neutral stance. And one of the best ways to reset that is with the lacrosse ball. So the way we set up for this, we're going to set up right at the base of your shoulder here and just work distal to proximal, or a fancy way of just saying outside to inside. All right. And like we said in the previous videos, as we go through the routine here, you might have to adjust a couple times. All right, but we're looking for trigger points in the tissue, or if you find a spot where you hit it and you know it right away, then you want to kind of focus on that spot because that's the area that needs to be addressed. All right, and we're looking for about 10 rolls or 30 to 45 seconds. All right, and obviously you want to hit both sides. All right, from there, we can go and hit posterior shoulder. So we're looking right where that posterior deltoid meets your upper back. All right, folks will feel some pain there. You can work up to down, side to side. All right, just in circular motions. Like I said, you might have to readjust a couple times just to keep it in the right spot and keep it on the wall. But that's how you're going through it. There's really no, like with this one, it's just you're trying to seek out those painful spots. And then the last one, let's see if we can get a good position here. Upper trap. So a lot of times when the upper traps are overdeveloped, it kind of helps with it reinforces that kyphotic stance in the thoracic spine and helps round over those shoulders a little bit more. So once again, if you're experiencing shoulder pain, this is another good area to hit, and when you're done, you should feel immediate relief. Okay, so this is part 2A of the upper body rolling routine, and like I said, it was just a little bit more focused with the lacrosse ball. In upcoming videos, we'll be covering the lying upper body routine for the posterior shoulder, more active range of motion, and then lower body focused rolling with the softball.